I think it's pretty clear by this point that video game movies are never great. They're either ungodly terrible or generically forgettable. But recently, I just saw a video game movie that was good. No, it was awesome! And wouldn't you know, it was about Sonic the Hedgehog. I know, right? Shocker. Now you may be thinking to yourself, I don't remember a Sonic movie. I remember a poster where he had some gnarly looking legs, ugh, as well as the one where he was disturbingly cute. I still don't know how to feel. But yes, there was in fact a Sonic the Hedgehog anime movie that came out in the 90s. And we're gonna talk about it right now. So before we talk about the movie itself, let's talk about what this thing even is. The reason you may not have any memory of this movie is because it was an OVA released in 1996 in Japan. An OVA is essentially an anime series or movie that goes straight to a home release, aka VHS or DVD. This particular OVA is 2 episodes, but connect directly together, creating an hour-long movie, and wasn't dubbed and brought over worldwide until 1999. So unless you so happen to have this VHS back in the day, you most likely never saw this. That was a pretty quick rundown of the history of this movie. Let's begin! So the movie starts up with Dr. Robotnik narrating his evil plan while showing off Metal Sonic. What's his plan exactly?
Kill him!
Oh! Well, that's nice. To straight up kill Sonic. Yeah, this totally caught me off guard. Considering the lighthearted and kid-friendly nature of the Saturday morning cartoon that was airing at the same time during this movie's release, that was the last thing I expected to hear. We then cut to Sonic and Tails chilling on the beach, and we get introduced to their new English voices.
Sonic! I finally finished it! See, isn't it great?
Oh, kill me now. Now, I'm not a voice actor by any means, but Tails' voice is so annoying. He sounds like he has a stuffy nose, like, Sonic, watch me swim, Sonic, Sonic, Sonic!
Sonic! Help me! Wake up, Sonic! You know help!
There's even a point where he's screaming so much that Sonic himself speaks for the audience only 3 minutes into the movie.
Shut up, Tails!
It is a little jarring at first, but you get used to it. Before you can hand Tails some Tylenol, there's this owl character in a plane that comes crashing down exactly like Tails would in Sonic Adventure only 2 years later in Japan. Tails tries to help, but eventually freaks out and screams for Sonic to help. And it's time to spring into action. This is such an awesome scene, and when the animation and art style really showed itself off, it reminds me so much of those cute Sonic Mania cartoons that get released online. Yeah, you know the ones. They both have this pseudo-anime art style. I think it's the perfect style for a Sonic cartoon, looking both awesome and cute at the same time. Coupled with the fast-paced rock music that Sonic would eventually be known for, makes the perfect introduction to this character and movie for fans and strangers alike. After saving the owl, his name is Old Man Owl by the way, he lets our protagonist know that the president needs to speak with them. I don't like where this is going. Turns out though, Robotnik has snuck in and plans to ambush them. Oh my gosh, maybe this is like Shadow the Hedgehog. It turns out he has the president and his daughter hostage and demands a request.
No way!
Don't you care about pretty young Sarah?
Oh, alright. Give me the scoop, Robotnik.
I like how even though Robotnik is about to kill a little girl, Sonic still looks like, ugh, I guess if I have to. This movie is definitely more mature. I like it. So Eggman needs Sonic's help because Metal Sonic is out of control, and science talk, and nuclear meltdowns, and danger, and... yeah, that about sums it up. Sonic and Tails agree and head off to the Land of Darkness to save the world. Also, after listening to Sonic's voice for an extended period of time, I couldn't help but hear South Park Canadians come out of his mouth.
Why should I have to go around cleaning up your messes?
Fart-loving Eskimos. I'm sure they've taken the princess.
So they make it to the city and run into an egg bot that's programmed to kill.
Dada!
Easy with the guns! This movie is so violent! Sonic and Tails try their best to battle it, but they're easily defeated. Looks like they could use some help. Help in the form of... Cowboy Knuckles, who sounds more like Sonic than Sonic does.
Hurry and save Sonic! Yeah, that's one more job I won't get paid for.
During this fight, though, we cut to Eggman and the president's daughter, named Sarah, playing a video game, where Sarah then has an interesting choice of words.
Just give up. We've played 100 times.
I'll stop being your hostage.
What does she mean by, "I'll stop being your hostage"? Is Sarah evil? Is she working together with Eggman? That's what I think, so okay, moving on. We cut back to the fight where Cowboy Knuckles joins the party, and the three are off to save the world. I don't know why exactly Knuckles is wearing that hat. He mentions that he's an explorer and adventurer, you know, looking for the Chaos Emeralds, so maybe it's meant to be like an Indiana Jones thing. So our gang make it to Eggman's base and we get another awesome action sequence, full of awesome synth music and impressive animations. They eventually run into Metal Sonic, where Eggman and Sarah are there to greet them. Sarah starts smacking around Eggman, so I guess she is evil. Okay, I didn't see that coming, but alright, that's kinda cool.
There's no way you'll ever get away with this!
Or never mind, she's not. What's going on with her? Sonic and Metal Sonic then have a battle, but as we learned earlier, Metal Sonic was built through Sonic's DNA, meaning he knows all of Sonic's moves and thinks just like him, having a part of Sonic live within Metal Sonic himself. The battle is pretty intense, but eventually Metal Sonic is victorious when he ends up killing Sonic. Yeah, oh my gosh, I didn't think they'd actually do it! Knuckles and Tails then run away. Well, that's nice. But nah, of course he didn't die. He comes back, but not until we have to listen to some long exposition about Metal Sonic.
In other words, they're like identical twins.
They're twins?
We then cut to Eggman and Sarah again, where he talks about marrying her, and they're both dressed up in wedding attire. What?
We can get married and live out the rest of our happy lives together, Sarah. Goodbye, robot.
Excuse me? Yeah, throughout the entire movie, Eggman has been shown to have some kind of a crush on Sarah, who very much looks like a kid. I can't find any information on her age, but she's not that tall, has a high-pitched voice, plays video games, throws temper tantrums, and is always shouting. If I had to take a guess, I would say she's at most 12 years old. Why is this happening? There's apparently a good amount of edited or straight up cut content. For example, Eggman was initially shown to be violently groping Sarah on multiple occasions. And remember that daydream sequence where she's taking care of all the kids? Well, apparently that daydream was initially supposed to be her breastfeeding all of the kids.
You what?
Oh yeah, and Sonic gives Eggman the middle finger. That's awesome. So we've reached the finale, and what does any good anime need during its final moments? An epic anime fight! Yeah! Get him! But of course we have time for Pervy Sonic.
No! Don't look there, you pervert!
Can we stop this? I know I've said it a million times, but these action scenes really do show off just how impressive the animation style is. I love this. I wish all Sonic cartoons had this look.
I'm not gonna let you destroy the land of the sky! Oh, does that all have to marry Robotnik?
So the big thing we need to remember is that Metal Sonic is built through Sonic's DNA. There have been a few moments in the movie where Metal Sonic shows up, but doesn't destroy anything, and instead does something that regular Sonic would do, meaning that his programming isn't built for pure evil. There are some issues with it, and that there is potentially some good in him. Sonic, of course, sees this and doesn't want to destroy him. This is made apparent when a ship carrying the President and Old Man Owl explodes, and everyone is trying to save them. But it's seemingly too late. But Metal Sonic flies in to rescue them. Unfortunately, this mountain turned out to be a volcano, where Metal Sonic fell into. Sonic, being Sonic, springs into action to save him, against his friend's better judgment who try to stop him. Metal Sonic hasn't fallen in completely yet, as he climbs up, reaching his hand to Sonic's, while everyone is telling him that it's a trap and he's going to get pulled in. And right when it looks like their hands are about to touch, Metal Sonic slaps Sonic's hand away, telling him that there's only room in this world for one true Sonic. A pretty powerful scene, I gotta say. Normally in these kind of shows, Metal Sonic would see the error of his ways and turn good, helping out the heroes to defeat Eggman. The movie, though, doesn't end on a sad note. Everyone's happy that the day is saved. Knuckles punches Sonic, he takes chase after him. For some reason, though, the good guys jump into Eggman's Eggmobile and listens to their orders to follow Sonic, as opposed to maybe escaping, or the president arresting him. But whatever, it's a nice end to an all-around awesome movie. Final thoughts? This was cool. This Sonic OVA is honestly probably the best Sonic cartoon/anime I've ever seen. Even more so than Sonic X. Apart from the atrocious voice acting, the characters were written to have really likable personalities. Sonic was the edgy, cool guy, but not in the annoying, over-the-top kind of way. Tails was a timid sidekick, but always managed to be the hero when the time called for it. Nobody was just a generic single trope stereotype like they are in Sonic Boom. The plot was serious, but still fun and exciting at the same time. And of course, the art and animation style was perfect. I feel like the crew making those Sonic Mania cartoons should totally remake this movie, and maybe hire some better voice actors. I really recommend you check this movie out. Even if you're not a Sonic fan, it's still a really enjoyable flick on its own. Whoa, easy there, Knuckles. Don't look too excited.